Okay, you got to hold hands, everybody. Hold hands. Yeah, all the way around. And if you're bacteria, are you going to be linear or are you going to be circular? You're freaking circular. Is everybody with me? Now I want you to ring around the rose. No, I'm just kidding about that. Okay. That was a joke. That part was good. Okay, now I'm on the F factor, but I'm just kind of like a plasmid, man. I am just doing my thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Whenever it comes time for me to divide, I do it independently. And when it comes time for me to separate, believe it or not, I use a molecule like actin to actually help me so that my twin goes one direction and I go the other. You know, my twin's always not, you know, I always take precedence over my twin, you know, every time I divide. Does that make sense? No. But nevertheless, let's go forward. Now, if I was just going to infect the cell, you see, then what I would do is I just replicate, or if I was going to conjugate with another cell, I would just make a copy of myself, and the poor soul that got me would have, I'd be in one cell and I'd be in the other, but I'd just be doing my thing. Does everybody see how that goes? But now, I can integrate, and I might integrate here, or I might integrate here. I can integrate anywhere, just might integrate anywhere. Okay, I'm going to integrate where I prefer. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. This is good. Okay. Now, listen. If I integrated in this spot here, in this orientation, then what's going to happen is if I decide that I'm going to express myself, I'll produce all. It's not like that. If I express myself, then I'm going to make proteins that are involved in the conjugation thing, you know, and that means I'm going to make my last and all the protein components that are necessary for me to find the F minus out there of my dreamers. Does everybody see how that goes? If that's the case, then I'm sitting here minding my own business, but I'm doing all of this work here, you know. And then I've got myself an F minus picked out. I've lassoed her. I have now got a cytoplasmic bridge. Everything is groovy. And we're going to start replicating. When we replicate, you know, if we could clone each other, we'd see that we're going to be here and there at the same time. So it's kind of like, okay, so in any event, what will happen is it'll break that way, and then she'll go winding out, and now that'll be the first gene that enters, that'll be the second gene that enters the cell, that'll be the third, you guys just keep on going up, fourth gene that goes in, the fifth gene that goes in, sixth gene, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then into the other cell. So the very last thing that's going to get into that cell is little old me. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now let's go back. Everybody got it? All right, now if I happen to have integrated the other way, that way, then instead of her being the first to go in, she would be the first to go in, and you go that way. That's really starting to look choreography. Yeah. So this makes it extra special good. Right? And look who's the last one that goes in again. But just the orientation made that happen. Does everybody see how that goes? Okay, now come on back. We'll pretend it never happened. All right. Now, the thing about it is we are a high-frequency recombination strain of bacteria. That's what we are, HFR+. Does everybody follow me on that? And we'll stay just like this, and you know, people can use this to map everything. But it just might happen that we have another strain, and this strain has the same gene order, the same kind of bacteria, but instead I integrate it here. You see what I'm saying? If I integrate it here, then the first one that's going to go in is which one? You, right? And then you'll go around and around and around and around. So it'll depend on where I integrate it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'll have different strains of bacteria that are going to integrate at different locations, and that's going to determine where it goes. I'm going to show you something else. If I integrated it this way, she'd go this way, right? But you know how marriages are these days. Every once in a while, that's it. You have a divorce or something, you know, things don't go well, you know. And now, all you got in there were 3 genes, and then, of course, they were replicated here, so this individual hasn't lost anything, but all that went into the other cell was 3. The first 3. So the first one is the most likely one that is going to get in. The second is the next most likely one that's going to get in. The third's the third most likely to get in. And time-wise, as far as time is concerned, this one will arrive first, this one will arrive second, this will arrive third, this will arrive fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Does everybody see how that goes? Good. You've got the foundations for understanding how you do conjugation now.